I'm super excited to be sharing with you one of my favorite herbs right now. It's awesome, it's powerful, and it's cheap, which is a great thing. And that herb is Gynostemma pentaphyllum, a truly amazing gift for us from this earth. In fact, in the 1970s, a nationwide census revealed that in small portions of China, there were high rates of people living to 100 years of age, and in these same portions, the cancer rates were extremely low. So, some scientists were looking at this census, looking at it like, what's going on over here? Why are these people living so long, and why are their cancer rates so low? What is their secret? So they decided to do some research and some studies to find out what exactly these people's secret was to achieving this longevity, this health, and these low levels of cancer. And what they found was the people in these regions were regularly consuming a tea made from the herb Gynostemma pentaphyllum. This herb is awesome. It's one of the most powerful adaptogenic herbs. It's a great antioxidant herb. It has a plethora of therapeutic qualities and a plethora of health promoting benefits. I went over with you in a previous video about what exactly an adaptogenic herb is, but just to recap, an adaptogen is going to be non-toxic to our body. It's going to create a non-specific defense response in our body to stress, and it's going to have a normalizing, regulating, and balancing influence on our body and the many processes in our body by either toning down the activity of a hyper-functioning system or strengthening the activity of a hypo-functioning system. And this is really cool because it's showing us that these adaptogenic herbs almost have some sort of intelligence. They go in our body and they're looking for and they're searching for exactly what needs to be balanced or modulated and how it needs to be balanced or modulated. Now, it's important to realize exactly what stress is and how much stress we are exposed to on a daily basis when we're talking about adaptogens to really understand their significance. Because these adaptogens are creating a non-specific defense response in our body to stress, allowing us to handle stress better, thus allowing us to maintain homeostasis better, thus making it easier to achieve better well-being, that next step of health that we're trying to get to, more positive thoughts and paradigms, etc. So stress is not just, I'm freaking out, man, I gotta do this and I gotta do that, and then I gotta go here at this time, and then I gotta go see this person at that time. Of course that is stress, by all means, but that is not the only kind of stress. Some other examples of normal and natural stresses would be things such as working hard, physical labor, poor diet, anxiety over work, school, loved ones, friends, resistance to disease, negative emotions, etc. Some examples of overly excessive or unnatural stress would be things such as air pollution, toxic chemical pollution in our food and our liquids that we're drinking, very high levels of anxiety, very poor personal habits and hygienes, really negative paradigms and dispositions towards ourselves and our world around us, abuse of drugs and alcohol, chronic cigarette smoking, even secondhand smoke, etc. So as you can see, there is a plethora of stressors that we are dealing with constantly that are constantly putting pressure on our body, and we need to make sure that we can defend against these stressors efficiently. Especially with the world becoming more and more polluted, it is absolutely essential that we have a strong shield for fighting against these stresses and allowing our body to maintain our balance and maintain good health. Without some form of adaptation to these stressors, our body's natural balance will likely be thrown off, and as a result, illness will likely develop and our body will age faster and quicker than normal. Gynostemma is also an antioxidant herb, as I mentioned. So what an antioxidant herb is going to do, it's going to disable free radicals in our body, and free radicals are no good. They're the bad guys. They can do serious damage to our cells, which is not a good thing by all means. So what a free radical is it's basically an unstable oxygen molecule, and this could make other molecules unstable. It creates a chain reaction, creating more and more free radicals and more damage to our body. Free radicals cause our body to age kind of like how rust oxidizes metal or air oxidizes an apple. And there's increasing evidence that oxidative oxidative damage caused by free radicals will lead to various maladies and diseases such as cancer, diabetes, liver disease, inflammation, arthritis, as well as a quickening of the aging process, like I mentioned before. So as you can see, we don't want free radicals in our body. We do not want an overabundance in our body, but unfortunately, free radicals are a result of natural processes in our body. But because our body is awesome and extremely intricate and amazing, we have our own natural antioxidants that we produce by ourselves naturally. One of them being superoxide dismutase. So our body produces SOD, we'll call it for short. Our body produces this SOD to defend against these free radicals. But sometimes when the free radicals are too overabundant, that SOD production just can't keep up. And going back to stress, when there's an overabundance of stress that our body can't handle, more and more free radicals are produced. So as you can see, if we're taking an adaptogenic herb and we're allowing ourselves to handle stress better, we're lowering our risk of having an overabundance of stress and thus lowering our risk of having an increase of free radicals. And also, this herb is an antioxidant that's helping fight off these free radicals. So it's kind of working in two ways. And how it defends against these free radicals is it's basically inducing synthesis of SOD in our body. Gynostemma is doing this naturally. So it's naturally helping our body produce its natural antioxidants, which is pretty neat. This is awesome. It's really allowing our body to defend against these stressors better, thus allowing us to stay away from diseases more efficiently and thus allowing us to keep that homeostasis and that balance that we want. So Gynostemma strengthens antioxidant effects in our body, like I said, by inducing the synthesis of SOD, and it also scavenges free radicals. Awesome quality about this herb. And like I said above previously, Gynostemma has a plethora of therapeutic qualities. I'm going to list those below, and the health promoting benefits that are not included with what I'm saying right now. It's important to realize that with the increase of age, there's a decrease of SOD production. So, especially when you're getting older, it's very important to incorporate an antioxidant into your life, and Gynostemma is a great way to do it because you get antioxidant properties, adaptogenic properties, and health promoting benefits. Gynostemma is really good for anxious people and people that are like easily agitated, people that have trouble going to sleep because they're so anxious. Because it's a really calming herb. It's really awesome and it calms very efficiently. So with all that scientific jargon out of the way, I want to talk to you a little bit about my personal experience with this herb, because I have been consuming this herb on a daily basis for about 2 months now, and I've really liked the results that I've been feeling and the effects that I've been feeling. So I drink about 4 cups of Gynostemma a day. I'm pretty much drinking constantly all day, and it has a very calming effect with me. It's calming, but I also have an increased sense of alertness at the same time. It's not energizing and stimulating like coffee, and it's not really depressing either like another kind of herb like kava kava or valerian root. It really keeps you balanced. So when you think about it, if you're calm and balanced and kind of neutral feeling going into a project or work or school, etc., you're going to get it done more efficiently than going into it, stressed and anxious about something, or just, lethargic, tired, you don't feel like doing anything. It really helps you to just keep at that really comfortable, calm level, thus allowing you to be more efficient with whatever you're doing, whether that be working on something or going to sleep. And that's really cool. It's really showing the awesome adaptogenic qualities of this herb. On a side note, drinking your own urine is also really beneficial for you, and it has some of the same effects and results as Gynostemma does. And as soon as you get over the pungent smell of it, it's really not that bad. It's kind of quite refreshing. And I'm really beginning to like it a little bit, Okay, I'm totally kidding. This is the Gynostemma tea, but it does kind of look like urine a little bit. I had to do that because it totally looks like urine, but it tastes good. I like the taste of it. Even the taste is kind of calming to me, like aromatherapy, but the smell and everything, it's nice. I really like it. Because there's some herbs out there that I've tried and I'm like, oh man, like that's really gross, but this is good. You know, I like it. It's not the best tasting thing in the world by all means. Definitely not the worst tasting thing either. And as I mentioned in the beginning, this herb is cheap, which is an awesome thing. And when I say it's cheap and it's inexpensive, that does not mean that it's not powerful and amazing by all means. No, it's great. It is an awesome herb. But it just grows so fast and in so much abundance that it could be sold for cheap. And it's really great because there's a lot of herbs out there that are awesome, powerful, but they tend to be kind of expensive because they take longer to grow and they're from, you know, very far away places and they don't grow that much of it, etc. A lot of factors come into play with that. So it's really, really important that it's the nature of all organisms, including people, to heal. You know, we need to understand that illness is a series of events that can be changed with the help of natural things, bringing our body back into balance and back into harmony with ourselves and the environment. So I really, really encourage you to start incorporating Gynostemma into your life, even if you're not feeling, which you might not feel a crazy, profound, you know, result. Like you're not going to drink it and be like, this tastes like I'm going to live till I'm 100 years old, and this tastes like I don't have cancer right now. No, you can't taste that. It's like, with things like this, it's important to look at research and history to see what people's lifestyles were like that allowed them to achieve a healthy, long life. As I mentioned in the beginning of this video, that census revealed some powerful information about this herb. So please don't just take my word for it. You know, I'm not making this stuff up. This is all documented information. In fact, I'm going to post some books down below that have some extensive, awesome knowledge, information, and research about this herb. So you can definitely check those out. But please, like I said, don't just take my word for it. Incorporate it into your life and experience the benefits, experience the balance, and please never forget to nurture yourself with nature. Have a good one.